everyone, welcome back to Tunnel Dock Station. So I have now finished all the wiring, and after all your voting I've gone down to the possibility of running a loco for the first time. And as you can see, my DCC controller is the Dynamis Ultima by Bachmann. I'm not going to go into too much detail about this today, but I might do it at a later date. But this is my controller, and as you can see, the class 423 is all set up and ready to go, and that is obviously the loco that has gone, and here it is, all set up and ready to go. Now this is DCC ready and come fitted with a Hornby decoder. Unfortunately, this decoder was defunct when I got that, so it was completely useless. So I had to grab another DCC decoder from the guy who I bought it from on eBay. He was good enough to send me out a replacement, so that's on its way. But in the meantime, I've just chucked in another DCC decoder into it to get it to run. So I haven't, played around with the DCC decoder settings or anything like that. I've just, any of the CV, sorry, I've just got it in and set up ready to go. It does come with lights built into it, which is pretty good. So there's no sound or anything, but this is, I think, this button here. Yeah, so that turns the main carriage lighting on. The detail on this is pretty good. Yeah, happy with that. And then the other lighting function it has got is the running. So I'll turn those on. There we go, going forward at that end and red at the other end. And then if I just reaching for the controller, I'll change the direction on the controller. There we go. That changes to that end and red at that end. So now it all comes down to the moment of truth what we've been waiting for, which is to get this running. So you're seeing this run on the track for the first time as well as me, so if there's an immediate derailment or any problems, then you're going to see it with me for the first time. So let's just throttle this up. Let's not go too fast to begin with. As you'll see there, I've got some other locos waiting. Just out of the way now. I'll talk to those in a minute. That is it, running round. I was quite worried about this corner, to be honest. It does seem to go around okay. And again, just pulling into those curves. I wasn't overly happy with them in the second radius, but I'm still worried. It seems to be okay for now. Let's get a bit closer. Go over the point work, which obviously shows my electric cogs are working nicely as well. Quite a nice loco. Got this at quite a good price as well, considering deliveries in is quite rare. But yeah, those corners there I was pretty worried about, and I've noticed as well I've got an unfortunate kink in there, which I am going to have to sort out regardless, but luckily it does seem to run over. The other thing I am concerned about, which I didn't think about when I tested this, was the gaps between those two tracks there. As you can see, there's quite bit of overhang, and obviously anything coming the other way, for example, this freight item there, I think there's going to be a problem there. So I've got to straighten out that kink. So what I'm probably going to do is push this track further out, and maybe a little bit closer to the incline, and then rejoin them sort of at that distance, sort of where the freight line on Loco is there. Because running carriages just by hand around this corner, there wasn't enough clearance, which I thought might have been a problem. Even though I did use the track spacers, I think just the overhang of those carriages, again, as you'll see as it's just about to come past, is it intrudes quite a bit, and if there's a train coming the opposite way at the same time, there's going to be problems. I mean, it's done a few laps so far, and I've not had any problems, I can see, so that's not too bad, and that's probably the line that I'll run that one on, or maybe the one closer where the actual freight train is now. But either way, that seems to be okay. So I'll just bring that in to a stop. Oh, and I've jinxed myself, haven't I? That's the front bit that's come off. Just as I said everything was running okay, there's a derailment. So I think, again, like I said, with the opposite corner, I'm going to bring that out, because this one is set track for second radius, and this one is flexi track. So I'll probably have to bring the distance out here, because again, the overhang as it goes around. So I'll probably just widen that out, because I've got the room there, and then sort of bring it back in here and join up. So hopefully that'll sort out whatever that minor derailment issue was there. I think again it might just be maybe a bit too tight, but we'll see how the other tracks run. So now that I've just quickly got that sorted out, it's a good thing about the emergency stop. I know that decoder at least stopped straight away. And I'm just going to bring this in and just emergency stop here, just because I haven't got the slow down function. Sorry, I haven't got the deceleration CV set up on there. So what I'm going to do now is do the 47, because that's on the set track second radius curve, and we'll have a look at this running, see how this copes with it, because this I think is where my problems will be, because of the type of couplings on the freight trains there. So this is a 147. Oh, that doesn't sound good already. Yeah, I've got a derailment on one of the carriages here. And that might be, it just needs a bit of weight from maybe another container there, but as you can see, I'm using the fixed bars to join these together, and I've obviously got a longer one there where these two are. I mean, this might not be prototypical, I'm still quite new to all this, but I'm just trying to get these running. I thought that's going to be the best way of getting these running. Obviously I've got the standard Dreambox containers, which I'm not a fan of, to be honest. I don't know, there's nothing against them, but I just wanted something a bit more popular branded and sort of around the era and location that this is based. So I might try and get some C-wheel ones, I know they do, or some P&Os or something. I don't know, I haven't done a lot of research into what containers, but I've only got the two for now, so I'll probably put another one on there, and maybe that will bring that down. But I'm going to put some loads in there as well. But this is the, while it's stopped, this is the Helgen Loco, and this is a DCC ready Loco, so I just had to pop a decoder in there. But as you can see, it says the 4th port's Tilbury, which, so when I did my research, this one I think was actually based at Tilbury Docks, 47258, so it was a fantastic Loco I just had to snap up. Let's get that running again, and hopefully I'm trying to avoid the derailment again. These curves, I think, because I've obviously got a 2 foot, and I've got the triangle bit here, and I haven't got to worry about a beam being here. I could make these curves a bit smoother. And when it came to laying that, I've got a lot less room to get around the curve, and I've obviously got the incline there as well. And in that corner, so I think I may have to be a little bit more creative. And I think the middle track would definitely need to be relayed at least there, because the kink, and obviously I've just got a derailment there, so maybe smooth that curve out. But this one with the set track corners, apart from that first little bit, it's gone round again at the moment, and seems to be running quite well. Not having any issues with that getting around that corner there. It may sound like a derailment, but it's actually not. I think it's just maybe some track work which needs a bit of finesse in here, but all in all, that's going over the electrical points on that loop as well without any major problems. So let's go around to this corner and try and beat it before it gets there, and have a look how it goes around this corner here. Just coming up behind you now. No major concerns yet. Yeah, not too bad. Right, I'll just bring that in for a stop. Again, I think this one has got a deceleration mode, so I'm just going to bring this to an emergency stop. We don't want it running all the way down the corner. Just stop there. That'll do. The other locos which we had up for competition was a class 50, which is an old Lima model, and a class 66. Now the 66 I haven't put a decoder in yet, as I saw a video by Barnabas Junction doing the TTS decoder fitting, and I thought for the price of that TTS decoder and for the experimentation of getting used to sort of fiddling about with putting DCC decoders in and conversion, I thought that's a good little one to practice on. Now I know a couple of people pointed out in the comments section of the selection video that the 66 would be a good little runner to test the track work over, so I will run that round, but I've got a TTS decoder and a harness and a few other bits coming in the post this week, so I'll probably run that round next week with sound, and that'll be my only sound loco. This one here I picked up, I think it was the first loco I bought before I even got round to sort of doing the loft conversion. Just picked it up on eBay, and it was pre-converted to DCC, but it is an old Lima, and it I put it on a piece of test track when I was programming the decoder, and I had all sorts of problems with it. The wheels were grubby, the decoder wasn't working, and it was an absolute pig. So although I haven't actually run this round, I have had it on a bit of test track to try and get it working at least. And I know it does run, but it takes a good while prefer once you set the command for it to sort of react to it sometimes, and I think it may just need a bit of running in and a bit of a good service, and it might be alright, but otherwise I think this is probably beyond my abilities to repair. These coaches are, some of them okay, some of them poor, and obviously not matching. I mean, the back two and front one I think are all Lima, but this weathered one is a Hornby, pre-weathered at the factory, and I picked that up for, I think I only got it for an absolute bargain of like £8 or £9 plus postage. So although it's an odd one out, it was almost impossible to resist buying. So it sticks out, but I've got a lot more shopping to do in terms of getting my coaches. So I'm doing this completely back-ended. I don't actually know what you can or can't see at that. So these coaches are temporary. They're not going to be my final rake at all. But I thought start with 4, because I'm not exactly sure how that incline's going to work either, and see how it goes with that. And then I'll probably look at developing my rake of coaches along the lines of that sort of network southeast livery maybe. But then depending on what I do with this Loco and what other Locos I may get and what livery they come in. So I apologise for the inconsistency and poor quality of that rake of coaches, but it's more at the moment for testing the Loco, if that makes sense, i.e. the way it can pull and how it gets up and down the incline. So this is the next major thing to test. So let's go to the class 50, and I know it struggles, so I'm just going to give this almost full power and then release it rather than letting it run up to it, because I think that's how I had problems with it running before. And then we can test this and obviously the electroflow points on this track. So it's not too bad. As you can see, a slight jolt there. You can hear it wearing away. Let's touch it. You can see the slight problems with that Loco there already, so that might need some work. But obviously going down, not a problem, because we're going down, gravity's in our favour. Getting around there, over the points, working so far. Which obviously I think with this Loco it's a good one to test the electrical points because of where the pickups are. So I know that's running, so here's the main bit, getting out the incline, and we're struggling a bit there. But it is up, a bit of wheel spin up in here going on. So all in all, that first lap, it does get round. But with a bit of struggle. So let's put it up to full power, not realistic, but just see how that then copes with the climb on full power. Again, struggling with that there. So, no major problems with running round, certainly at least running round the curves. I think this is the widest curve I've got, but then again the curve on the incline and the decline are set track pieces. So that may be part of the issue with the climb maybe. Maybe that is too small a radius and that's what struggles. I'm not sure. If you've got any thoughts on that, let me know. It doesn't seem to slow down when it goes around the decline. I don't know if it's struggling to get around the second radius on the incline, but it's definitely something going. It could just be the weight of the coaches and the age of the Loco. But that is going round with no problems. So yeah, that one not too bad. So those are the 3 Locos. Excuse the squeaky floorboard again. Those are the 3 Locos that I had, and obviously the winner was turning the lights off on the 423. The winner was the 423, so that's why that went first. I did want to obviously run the others. So yeah, I was quite pleasantly surprised with the Freightliner. I was a bit concerned that it was going to struggle to get around the first radius. Not first, I keep saying that, the second radius curves on the most inner track, but that got around there with no problems at all, didn't even slow down carrying the weights. We had a slight issue with the back there derailing, but then after a couple more loops that sort of sat down, so I think definitely with the weight of another container on there that will settle right down. And that will obviously be the loop it runs on, because this track here will be the dock area. But then I may look at running this round on the incline, because I know if it can get around the set track pieces there, they are exactly the same net and they're set tracks. So I know it will get around those. It'll be interesting to see the weight of the freight behind it, whether it'll get around those. But obviously, yeah, so the main summary in this is all the wiring is done and completed. Loco's running around without not any major issues. A few things highlighted. Obviously I need to maybe change the track here and here, the middle track, and make that more of a less sharper curve. Thanks for watching. It's not much of a major update, but it's definitely a key moment for me running these first locos and finding out where the problems, albeit quite pleased to say minor problems and easily fixable problems, are. So yeah, all that's got to do now is thank you once again, and I will see you in the next video.